Hey guys, it is J Star Wars 360 here with another Clone Wars vlog for you. This is the Fugitive. In case you don't remember, this is the episode where Fives learns that his memory is going to be wiped because he's obviously digging a little too deep into the whole Tup killing a Jedi thing, and he decides screw that, so he decides to run away, but not more run away, but more find out what's up with the tumor in Tup's brain, and why did it make him do what he did. And that's basically the episode. It kind of reminds me a bit of when Ahsoka was a fugitive, but not much. I mean, this is more like it's more like one of those episodes. Clone Wars has done this thing where they'll do an episode and you think it's like they're winding down the arc, but nope, they're just getting started. And to some extent, I am grateful that they are continuing this story arc, but at the same time, it's like, what are we really going to gain from this? I mean, we all know what the inhibitor chip is, and we know the Jedi aren't going to find out, so it's more we're just, I don't know, maybe it'll surprise me, but again, I'm not saying it's an enjoyable arc. It's fun to see this. It's just chip in the clone's brain. That's all we needed to know. But, at the same time, it's also fun just to see the clone, have a clone-focused story, see the clones acting independently. Like, I like how Fives just does not stand for the whole his friend getting put in the brain. Like, he is actually willing to go rogue, and I thought that was cool. I don't know, I'm always a big fan of I love stuff with the clones, and I really like fugitive stories, because, one, the clones are awesome. Number two, fugitive stories, there's a lot of fun, because there's a lot of chase and danger. The character has to think on their feet, because, like, everyone's out to get them. Yeah, but it was nice. It was a lot of fun seeing the clone just constantly think and trying to figure out ways to outsmart the clones, but at the same time, he's trying to get into very high security areas to figure out what's going on. And it was cool. There was a nice bit of debate in here, again, free will, just because, is he a clone just because he's a clone, does that mean he doesn't count, that he has no free will, that he's disposable, or is he an actual person or human being? Again, nice debate. And I also like the droid in this arc. I mean, it kind of sounds a bit like Whack from the droids arc, but I don't find him annoying. And I've been thinking about this, because this character should be annoying. It's a droid that's clearly more comic relief, but I think the reason why I like Tup is because, unlike Whack, he is actually useful. Tup is smart. He is compassionate. He is kind. He is not just constantly cracking jokes. He is not screwing everything up. If anything, he's helping Fives. I mean, he's like turning himself into a scooter, telling Fives how to get around the base. Again, and he actually is kind of concerned for him. Like, when at the possibility that Fives could die, which is probably going to happen in the final episode because he's the only surviving member of Domino's squad. And yeah, I also find him annoying. And if you do find the droid annoying, well, take comfort in the fact that Fives is kind of out of shade too. Like the droid will rattle on a lot, and Fives will be like, we'll cut him off at some points, or you can kind of tell Fives is kind of annoyed by it. So it's like Vanellope and regular Ralph. I mean, Ralph is as annoyed by her as we are initially, and it's the same thing here. Fives is kind of annoyed. If he's kind of annoyed by the droid, if you're kind of annoyed by the droid, Fives is too. So, but again, I don't think he's that annoying. I mean, I'd take this guy over Whack any day. Or Jar Jar. Heck, why can't we have a sidekick this awesome? In fact, I don't know, kind of reminds me, he's kind of a mix between C-3PO and R2, and the fact that he's smart, chatty, in fact, he's chatty like C-3PO, but he's useful like R2-D2. Real shame that these arcs, that this is a season 6, because I would have loved to see more of this droid. And again, this character's being brought in so late in the series, and again, unfortunately, we're not. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to see more of him, but yeah. What's the point? So let's see. Let me look what else. I like seeing Fives sort of piece together the story. He kind of gets it. He knows all the clones have a chip in them, but he doesn't exactly know what they do. I mean, the Kaminoan quickly came up with that excuse of, oh, it's just to reduce aggression. But I'm surprised he didn't put together the chips make them killed. Oh, yeah, it's aggression, but I'm hoping for Fives that'll figure out that the chips cause them to kill the Jedi, but at the same time, I know if he figures it out. Alright, here's how I think the arc is going to end, since I've pretty much said everything I need to do. Because we know the Jedi aren't going to figure out what the chips really do, because that would make no sense. I mean, by now, we know what the chips do. I mean, I'm assuming most people seeing this have already seen Revenge of the Sith. And, I mean, Filoni says there's little kids who haven't seen Revenge of the Sith yet. And, I guess from the standpoint, it could make sense. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure by now, So to some extent, I do wish there was a bit more dramatic irony in that. But scratch that. There is dramatic irony. So anyway, let me end to what I think is going to happen. So since the Jedi are probably not going to find out, I have a feeling Fives will. He's really clever and super determined. He's willing to go off book. He's visiting Palpatine. Palpatine is probably going to kill Fives, because Fives is way too suspicious, is starting to know a little too much, and he's honestly a threat to Order 66, although I would love it if he escaped and it turns out that he survives and he's a rogue, and that when Order 66 happens, he doesn't kill the Jedi. But in fact, Filoni even said at one point he was considering for a finale to the Clone Wars, which shame we're not going to get the intended finale, but he was considering showing the events of Revenge of the Sith from the perspectives of all the characters we got to know. That would be kind of cool, especially the clones. But yeah. So again, I really don't have that much to say on this arc, other than again, it's fun. It's clones. It's Fugitive, but at the same time, it's like we do sort of know what's going to happen. I mean, nothing in this arc is really surprising me, although. Again, with the final arc to season 5, again, it was like you can pretty much guess that who the bad guy is, but the thing that happens at the very end of season 5, I think, caught a lot of people by surprise. But again, I really don't have that much to say. Again, nothing really much happened. I mean, we just had Fives run around and then learned a bit more about the chip, but not really. And yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see where this arc's going to end, again, although I think I can pretty much predict it, but you never know, this show could surprise me. I mean, it surprised me before, it'll surprise me again, and I really I don't have anything else to say, so hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to catch the 4th episode of this arc, which I'm guessing is going to be the conclusion, and I'll see you guys then. But before I go, I just want to say one thing. Just so you know, I'm watching these on my laptop because I'm away from home, and I unfortunately... Because here's the thing. The arcs came out... Actually, you know what? You can stop watching here, because I'm just going to go on about how I'm watching the Clone Wars. So if you don't care for that, you can just skip it. But when I don't have access to a big screen TV, so at college, where I am right now, so I'm just watching this on my laptop, which is a shame because at home I have a big screen TV, surround sound. It's awesome for watching this show. And unfortunately, I was just on college break, but unfortunately the Clone Wars just had to air just when it was ending. So rather than having the awesomeness of binge watching all the episodes at home, I just have to watch them one a night here. But again, it's not bad. Plus, it'll help draw out the series for me. Plus, then I can just do one a night for you guys. So. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Sorry if I've been sorry if this vlog has been rambly, but again, I try to work on that, but it's like stuff just keeps popping in my head. But yeah, again, I really don't have anything else to say on this arc except I'll see where it goes. This is JStars360. May the Force be with you.